As a mountain bike rider, winter time can be super difficult because a lot of the bike parks are shut. If they are open, then they're probably not running 100%. But that doesn't mean that you still can't get out and progress and have fun on your bike. And today I'm going to be showing you how to do that. It's fair to say we are now fully in the depths of winter, and sometimes that can be super difficult to dig deep and find that motivation to get yourself out and shred your bike. Most likely the trails that you're going to ride will be super wet, things won't be running exactly how you want them to be, and not only that, I like getting involved in the mud, but sometimes I just can't be dealing with a huge cleanup operation that is to follow. But that doesn't mean that there's no option to ride, and today I'm going to be showing you 10 different tricks and skills that you can learn to help progress your riding, but also a handful of them are just awesome fun to keep those stoke levels high and get you rolling around on two wheels for the remainder of this winter. First trick that we're going to be taking a look at is the cardigan. It's a trick that was invented by me, it was named by Sam, and it's definitely the coolest way to mount your cycle. For the cardigan, you obviously need to start with your bike on the ground, and it's really important that firstly you don't do this trick on a slope because the bike will just run away and you'll crash, and secondly your pedal position is important. As you approach the bike, you put your foot onto the pedal, which is down to start with, and you push really hard. At the same time you kick the seat, and it's this force between pushing with one foot and pulling with the other which is what levers the bike up between your legs. Keep your weight central, put your hands on the bars only when the bike is stood upright, and ride off having picked your bike up in the most stylish way possible. Trick number 2 is the endo, which is a basic balance skill. It's a really fun one to learn, and it's also really important because it's the base for a lot of other skills that you will eventually go on to learn. One thing I love doing with endos is just seeing how high I can go. So you lean forward, get right on the edge of that balance point, then at that point, to achieve extra height, you stick your bum backwards and push the bike up between your legs, and you can really flirt with the point of danger. Trick number 3. Now, I swear by teaching people the track stand as a beginner move. However, everyone says to learn that, and sometimes it can be quite boring. So why not spice things up this winter and practice the crab, which is basically where you turn the front wheel, place your foot on it, and you use the momentum or the motion of moving your feet side to side to keep you balanced. It's a bit more fun, a bit more exciting, and you can add variations like going around in a circle. Look at that. Let's move on to trick number 4. Trick number 4 is the boomerang, and this consists of a 180 endo. As you land that, you're going to lock the back brake, lift the front wheel and twist to complete the rotation. Now you might be thinking, why on earth would I go out and learn that? But it's actually a really handy skill to have on the trail for helping you to turn around and go in a different direction, or if there's a tight corner, it helps you to negotiate it. If you can do loads of boomerangs in a row in the car park, when you get out on a trail, one turn is going to seem really easy. Trick number 5, the bar rider. You're definitely not going to be using this one on any trail, jump track or downhill section, but it's super good fun and it does sort of help with your coordination on the bicycle. For this trick, you want to make sure that you're in a nice open space, because the last thing you want is dangerous surroundings riding backwards, because that is a recipe for disaster. Jump on the handlebars, take your time and just enjoy. Once you start to learn, it's such a fun feeling, and you'll probably be trying to do this trick everywhere to show off to your mates. Number 6 is the crank flip. You might be looking at this trick thinking, I'm going to destroy my shins, and it is probably a good idea to wear some shin pads, but you can start off super basic. So the first time you do a crank flip, what you need to do is half a crank backwards when your front foot reaches the top, use that to kick the cranks. That gives it a good spin, and make sure your feet stay in a pretty neutral position, because then they're ready to collect the cranks rather than the cranks or pedals collecting your shin. Once you've got it dialed sitting down, it's then time to try it with a little jump on the ground. Trick number 7, I mentioned this one earlier, it's the stoppie. The stoppie is one of my favourite tricks. It's where you find harmony between danger and balance. It's that perfect combination mixed with some speed. What you want to find is a nice gradual downslope like we have here. Don't try on something too steep to start with, and dial the endo in. Get familiar with how far forward you can go, and then it's a case of releasing that brake and just feathering it to find that perfect balance point. You do need to be quite far forward. Don't be too crazy and go over the handlebars, and with some practice you will find the sweet spot and coast on the front wheel perfectly. Trick number 8 is the static Superman. Now this trick is perfect to start practicing if you plan to do no footers or Supermans on a jump. It's pretty safe, just don't pull your brakes otherwise you'll go over the bars. And one thing I love doing is just seeing how big I can extend this trick. Trick number 9, and we're upping the danger level slightly with this one. You need to be confident riding no-handed. And I actually don't know what this trick is called, but I'm going to name it the tightrope, because you're balancing and walking along a very fine line of danger. Number 10, we've reached the final trick, and I've saved my favourite and the best till last. This is the back wheel bad boy. The back wheel bad boy combines quite a few of the moves we've previously learned in this video, using the boomerang with the endo onto the back wheel, and you're also adding in a crank flip while standing on the tyre. This trick is one of my favourites. It's super fun to do, and it's bad by name and bad by nature. There we have it. They are my 10 tricks to hopefully keep you motivated and riding through the difficult winter months. I never overlook car park skills. I grew up in an area with no mountains and very few hills, and a lot of my riding when I was younger was spent in this very car park. And these skills have gone on and they've served me well over the years. So if you're struggling to get out on your bike, go out there and try some of these moves. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please give us a thumbs up if you did, leave your comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.